Okay, so it's now been 26 days that we've been in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, and it's working out great.
Yeah.
It's really been a wonderful, wonderful trip. We're definitely living our best lives here. So, wanted to catch everybody up on just what is it we're doing on a regular daily basis, since instead of just going on a 1 week vacation to a beach resort, we're actually living our daily lives just as if we were back in Washington. It's just that the surroundings are much nicer.
And warmer at the,
and the
yes.
temperature is a lot nicer. Yeah, it's been in the mid to upper 70s each day. So that's a lot nicer, which is also why we came here in January versus August when it's super hot. So we're trying to stay, no matter where we go, in the 70s temperature.
Yeah, and Enrique is saying we're living, our regular routine, but it's kind of a mix because of staying here for a month. That we are doing some days where we're just doing our work, and then I'm sitting and reading a book, and we're doing a couple chores around the house. But then we're mixing it up with going on tours and going on doing like big outings is what we're calling it. So kind of being a tourist, but not doing that every single day, not having to rush since we have a whole month here. I mean, the first thing we did is when we got here, we went to the grocery store.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, right? Grocery store, Costco, hit Walmart.
We hit Walmart,
so
yes.
Did all the same things we do back home.
Right. We got into a routine where we're eating in for breakfast and lunch, and then going out for dinner. So we're doing, so we do have our regular grocery shopping. We found a grocery store that's right down the street that's just, your regular typical grocery store. When we were over near Costco and kind of near Walmart, which is a bit of a walk, we found La Comer. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
which
super
is
high-end, fancy grocery store.
Super fancy. I mean, it also had clothes, it had perfume, it had toys for kids and stuff, but it was high-end, super nice meat department and fish department and a huge deli.
So we loaded up on groceries there. It was really nice.
We were blown away on how fancy it was.
How nice it was.
Yeah, so that was nice when we first got here.
So breakfast, lunch, and then we've been going out for dinner every night. So definitely back home, one of the things we always did to save money was we would try not to go out to restaurants for dinner. Well, here we're going out to a different restaurant every night. Now here the big difference
it seems very strange.
It's kind of weird getting used to it, but now we're definitely used to it. It's pretty nice. It'll be hard to break away from that. But we're only spending it's coming out to be about $10 per dinner per person, and that's tax and tip included. So the total that we're paying for is $20. If we're going out for lunch, which we're not doing as much now, it comes out to be $5 each for lunch. So
and we're getting a full meal. We went to a beautiful. Actually, we just walked down the street to Azul Celeste, which was a rooftop restaurant. So of course we went when at sunset. It was beautiful, really nice setting, and it was Italian food. I mean, I had a full plate of lasagna. You had
it was a nice Italian restaurant, open air rooftop,
beautiful. Yeah.
So beautiful view of the ocean, the sunset.
So it's not like we're just getting one little taco for $20
right. Yeah.
One night we did go to a vegan restaurant and we just had a handful of
twice
tacos.
I've actually been to vegan restaurants. Yeah.
But I'm thinking that one vegan one where it was just a handful of tacos that we had for dinner, and that was a total of $6 for a whole dinner,
big.
But it wasn't a lot of food, but it filled us up that night. Anyways.
Yeah. So it's surprising how cheap it can be, because I did hit one of the taco stands for lunch one day, and they were tiny little things, but ordered 4 of them because they were small.
They were teeny ones.
So that ended up being, I think it was $1.10 for lunch. So $1.10 for lunch, and so I got a soda and 4 tacos.
Yeah.
Hey, so also
but
can't beat it.
We've had everything. We're trying mostly to eat, like look around and try and find local places, not too touristy. But we definitely had our fill of Mexican food, lots of tacos. I had a shrimp quesadilla last night. That was really good. So a lot of seafood around here, but we've also had a couple times really good Italian food. We found, what was that place? It was like Peruvian. It was wasn't it where we had pizza?
Oh, the pizza night was sorry, that was an Argentinian restaurant.
Okay, because they had empanadas there, and then we had this really good pizza.
The folks were from Argentina, and it was an awesome restaurant. Awesome, that was really inexpensive, surprisingly.
Yes, that was because we only
surprisingly
had
how
one pizza.
good. Yeah, it was really.
And
good.
then of all things, this was weird, but I saw this on a Facebook post that somebody said the best cheeseburgers were at like a little stand. I mean, there's lots of stands around here. They're mostly for tacos, and we went. That was good.
It was really good.
You had a cheeseburger. I had a patty melt.
It was really
we ended
good.
up talking to the guy next to us who was from Texas and has lived here for 3 years and loves it. And the people working there, you could tell that it was a father and his daughter and son. Right. Terrific hamburger of all things. So we've had a variety of food, not just Mexican food every day.
And never a bad experience. We've never had a bad meal. So
no, we haven't.
That's
Service
really
has been nice.
nice.
Everybody's been very friendly. I mean, I kind of think, in some ways, yes, Puerto Vallarta is a touristy area, so of course there's good customer service. People want to be nice to you, but everybody feels genuinely nice. I mean, Enrique's speaking Spanish to them, which they really appreciate, and he's having great conversations, but really, really nice people, really good service everywhere.
Just walking down the street, people are nice. And we're not talking about, vendors. I'm talking about just regular people
just
walking down the
hola,
street, and they're sitting on the porch in their home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and they're saying hello, how are you, and everything else in Spanish to me, and just chatting away with folks. And so, definitely everybody says hello walking by. Nobody is just kind of eyes down walking by you. So just walking down the street, everybody greets each other. So I just thought, wow, it's very nice, impressive.
Yeah, so we grocery shop, do all that kind of stuff. We're cleaning the house, whatever. Now, we kind of have different daily routines. Enrique's daily routine is he's got to get going in the morning.
Yeah, I wake up earlier. I wake up early just like I used to before back in Washington. And what I do is, so I'm making coffee. Now here, I'm making coffee. I'm going out on the balcony here that overlooks the ocean. And so just kind of taking in the sun a little bit, sitting out there, having my coffee. Then I'll come in and I'll work for a couple hours. So work 1 to 2 hours on the laptop with the property management business. And that's the exact same thing that I was doing back in Washington. Well, I didn't have a beach to go out and look at, but I'd wake up, make coffee, and then start and work for a couple hours. So doing the exact same thing here. Then instead of going mountain biking, what I'm doing here is I'm going out for walks, so long walks. So I typically is down to the beach. I'll walk the beach for a while, and then I'm just hitting all sorts of different places in town. And I say town, but it's a city. It's a big city, and so there's tons of things to see and do. And so I've been just every day going to different places all around town. Then when I get back, usually we're having breakfast together.
Right, and then or you come back, have lunch and stuff. Yeah, and I'm doing some work too. I've got a couple projects that I'm working on. I'll let you know as those progress. But I do have some work that I've been doing. Of course, I always love reading, so I'm reading out by the patio too, overlooking the ocean and watching the ships come in and stuff. So that's kind of my relaxing thing. One of the places that we go almost all the time is the Malecon. That's the big
boardwalk.
The boardwalk area.
Nice walkable boardwalk.
I've compared it to, Venice Beach is what I always think of growing up in LA. Lot of sidewalk performers we've seen, dancers, people, doing all different kinds of stunts and things. There's lots of carts that people are selling stuff. There's lots of restaurants, bars, nightclubs, souvenir shops. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff going on.
Different things, different days. So there was a book fair yesterday, right? Just yesterday. And so Carole was excited. So we went out there and just tons of tables, hundreds and hundreds of new and used books, all sorts of different books. And Okay, so today actually went out on one of my walks and I came across a food fair. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I hadn't mentioned
okay.
it. Right?
First time I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, so same area where the book fair was set up yesterday, today they had a food fair. So tons of vendors out there with all kinds of different things and beers and just everything food related. So that was a lot of fun to come across as well.
So besides the kind of the daily walking, finding things, always finding new shops and stuff, we've done a handful of like big outings where we've either, planned it ahead of time, had to buy a ticket. One thing that I really enjoyed, actually, was our first big outing, was we went to the Botanical Gardens. So that was definitely an Uber ride. It was on a main road, main street, just straight up the mountain into the jungle. About a 45-minute drive at least up there, and Botanical Gardens were beautiful. I mean, the flowers.
Yeah, really just huge reserve.
Yeah.
Then with a restaurant in the middle, a 2-story open air restaurant, and so of course we
had lunch.
We
The
ate
food
there.
was good.
It was, fantastic.
The day that we went was a little bit special because they were having a chocolate and vanilla festival, so they had samples and they had some dancers and stuff. But even if something is not going on,
and dancers were great because they did like also a fire dance as well. They were really good. So
it was beautiful.
Fun event.
The plants. Oh, we walked down and there's
Not too
like
many
steps
people
to
there,
go down to the water.
great.
Also, peacocks, all different things. It was totally worth it. And then we took the bus home. That was the first time we had taken the bus. The bus was absolutely fine.
It was. Yeah. Bus ride worked out really well.
That all home. And then you want to tell them about the waterfall we did. That was a big kind of all day.
Yeah,
trip.
so another all day trip. So what we did with that one was it was a like a half-hour Uber ride to a nice little beach town. That was fun. Then the beach town was fun. Then we took a water taxi because where the waterfall is, it's only accessible by water taxi by the ocean. There are no roads that lead into it or anything. So we take this, so again, about a half hour. No,
it was about 15 minutes, the water taxi.
Yeah, it was shorter.
It was fast.
The water taxi over to this secluded beach area there. You could tell that a couple of people lived there. There were a couple of little structures and maybe a couple of restaurants there. That was fun. That's called Quimixto. Quimixto Beach. We then walked up, and you could either walk, which we did, or you could take some horses. Where there were, people would lead, that is, locals would lead you up riding on a horse, and then there were also kind of kids on some ATVs, and they could also take you up if you wanted to.
They were kid drivers, definitely.
If you wanted to get ridden up on an ATV.
And it was straight uphill. It was a steep climb, but
kind of up and
it was a mile.
down, but
I took my time, did it. And it was beautiful. The waterfall was beautiful. There's a restaurant.
Fun.
You walk over this very rickety bridge, and you can go to this restaurant, and then they've got steps that are, that were made into the rock, and then you can go into the waterfall from there. The trick is then if you want to go back over the bridge to go home, you have to pay. So they want you to buy something at the restaurant. And it could have been even a drink.
Yeah, you could just buy water for 20 cents or whatever.
But you have to pay for
we ended up having a full meal. We really enjoyed it. The
there.
food was good, and so we had a great time. We did go swimming into the where the waterfall was, so that was fun.
Swimming. I went swimming. I kind of fell in the water and it was freezing cold, but it was fun. Actually, it was very refreshing walking back down with wet bathing suits and stuff on.
It made for a fun day.
It was. And then we took the water taxi
on the water
home.
taxi back, it's when we saw the whales.
I'm the one that saw the whale. I announced it to everybody there was a whale, and so
so the driver kind of
got up really close.
Relatively close. It wasn't bothering the whale.
No.
We got up close to the whale. We were able to watch it. It was a lot of fun because the whale just kept going up down. Getting food.
That was good.
And so that was a lot of fun to see that. And we didn't even have to pay for a whale watching tour. They have whale watching tours where these boats are around chasing after our whales. We just happened to stumble across one, so that was a lot of fun.
Right. A big thing that I did that was, turned out, I think it was like 5 hours, is I took a cooking class. Enrique didn't want to do that with me. Totally fine. So I went and did that. There was 12 of us in the class. It was at Gabby's restaurant, which is a very nice restaurant. And what we did was we walked to the market with Julio, who's the head chef and part of Gabby's family, and we walked to the farmer's market, got all the ingredients.
You told me he's saying avocados from Mexico there?
Oh, right, yes,
Yep.
yes. Yeah, but he was even teaching us like how to pick out things, and we got meat, and we also got tacos. The class was on a Tuesday. He did call it Taco Tuesday class, a cooking class, so they used that term here too, which was funny. And then the classroom, if you will, was on the 3rd floor of the restaurant, and it was an outdoor patio, covered outdoor patio. So we were looking out at the ocean and all the beautiful flowers.
Yeah, because Puerto Vallarta is on this kind of hillside. Everything's kind of terraced. So, gosh, no matter where you are, it seems like
if you get up high enough, you can get a view. So it was great. So we're like
ocean. Yeah,
outside.
Nice.
Cooking, we did 6 different salsas, 4 different kinds of meats, chicken and fish and stuff, and we got to eat everything. It was delicious. I told Enrique I thought the class was over. I said, come and pick me up, walk back over, come get me. He got lucky because there was so much food left over. They told him to sit down, to have a seat, and have some food too. Yep. So that was a great experience, and now that is on my bucket list. When we were in France last year, I took a cooking class with my family, and so I think I would like to try and find a cooking class.
Do that every single time.
Yeah, whatever country. It doesn't have to be every city, but whatever country we're in. And, and then I got the online cookbook, so I want to make some of those recipes. So that was a good one. Another thing that was just around here one night was the dancers, outside at the park.
It just happened amongst them. I don't know that we saw that as an event ahead of time, or I don't know.
You know what? I knew that it was something that goes on every Friday night in January. I had read that. So we were out for dinner, and then I think it was like at 7 or 7:30 at night. So we went there. It was just an outdoor park. It was free. It was like an outdoor amphitheater that, is just... The seats were built into the park here.
Yeah, but it was a nice production.
It was.
The costumes, the outfits were really elaborate.
Fantastic.
I mean, really, really nice. The sound quality was great. The music was great, and the dancers were really, really good. So
yes, there were different.
Knew what they were doing. So.
Dances and costumes from different regions of Mexico. So that was fun. Yeah. Afterwards, they were asking for a tip if you wanted to tip them, but besides that, it was a free event outside in the park. Yep. The other big thing that we did was Rhythms of the Night.
Yeah, that was a real big thing, right? Yeah. That was 6 hours, I think, altogether.
Right.
And from about 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes, we got back at 11. Yeah.
So
that was a big one.
Big boat ride, so booze cruise, right? I mean, free alcohol and everything like that, right? On this 2-story, it's maybe about 100 of us on this 2-story boat.
Yes.
So we take an hour boat ride to this peninsula. Kind of feels like you're on an island. Carol's saying it's like Survivor Island.
Oh,
right?
it completely looked like we were pulling up to one of the episodes of Survivor, because what they advertised is that they don't have electricity, or they don't use electricity, and so there was tiki torches everywhere and votive candles, like in the sand, all around the steps and stuff. Everything was lit up
just kind of fun.
By
very fun.
Candles and tiki torches. So it 100% felt like we were going to get kicked off the island if we didn't do something right.
Yeah, so now that was really just for the eating dining area
because the show had lighting. But when we were walking around, so it's a boat ride, a dinner, buffet dinner, and then a Cirque du Soleil show.
It was a nice dinner.
And it really was.
The food was great. It was tons of it.
Yeah, and lots of different eating areas. I mean, they kind of told us where to go. Mm-hmm. We splurged a little bit, bought the VIP tickets, so we had a waterfront seat.
Yeah, for dinner.
And not everybody did, but there were lots of different eating areas with the same buffet, lots of food, dessert bar, again, free drinks, whatever you wanted.
Yeah, great wait staff, really attentive.
Our waiter was really on top of us, kept asking if we wanted anything. The bathrooms were clean also. And then after dinner, we even had time, and I think we sat for almost an hour, so there was no
not
rush at all.
right.
Then we got to walk around, and some of the people that were in the show were like in different costumes.
Yep.
You kind of walk by, you could take pictures with them. So a little bit of entertainment going on. They had professional photographers that were taking pictures of you throughout the evening on the boat also, and you could get those photos. And then they said, wait for the bell. It was more like a gong. And then we all kind of gathered and walked into this outdoor arena, big, huge arena.
Yeah, again, really well organized so that never having to wait for any real length of time or anything like that. And we got VIP seating, so we were right up front and in the center.
Yeah.
So just fabulous view from where we were sitting.
And then it was this fantastic Cirque du Soleil show. Yeah. I mean, totally professional show, fire dancers.
Yeah, we've seen Cirque du Soleil in San Jose, California, and it was definitely the same quality. I mean, really fantastic production value all around. So it was
it was really
fabulous.
good.
And it was wonderful being, open air out in the tropics. And
yes, it was nice out.
Just a wonderful experience and feeling.
Yeah, we just had light jackets because the website said, dress a little bit warmly more for the boat ride home. So after that, we got on the boat, which was all very organized. I thought it was going to take a long time because there were so many of us, but it went very quickly.
Yep.
Got back on the boat, and then
booze cruise back with dancing and
they
music.
They'd already said ahead of time that you could be on, if you were on the lower level on the ride back, people were going to be drinking, people were going to be dancing, loud music. But if you wanted a little bit quieter, go on top. And I don't know, we're getting
so
old.
we went up on top. And they gave out blankets. And it was really nice.
It was chilly.
It was fantastic. Yeah, chilly, like 68 degrees chilly. So
it was 10 o'clock at night. We're outdoors on the boat. It was windy. It got windy. So it was really nice. Blankets. I mean, that was just an extra nice little touch.
Yeah, it really was.
And then we got back to the dock at 11 o'clock. So we thought it was totally worth it,
Yeah, it really was. Did. Yeah, highly recommend it. So a lot of fun. Just
that
great
was
experience.
fun. I guess, another thing that we did, one other thing was we found a shopping mall that was just like a regular, like Westfields mall in the United States. I forgot if I was looking for something or it was right next to a Walmart. Maybe we need to go back shopping. Anyways, we walked around there one day too. So that felt a little bit more like home. But
and then, head of lettuce. So
yeah.
It was one of all the places in the romantic zone. So there's 3 different zones. A hotel zone. We're in the middle, which is kind of the old town. Cinco de Diciembre is the name of the zone. Middle has a nice beach and everything. And then there's the romantic zone. The romantic zone, that's like the party area. Has all the nightclubs just pumping with music there till super late at night. So that's where
lots of restaurants,
if
bars.
you want to get crazy, that's where you go. They have a lot of shows there, different loads of fun, just kind of purposefully cheesy shows
and shows where they're where they're acting out, they can go impersonating.
Yeah,
they have the Britney Spears show, they've got the Elton John show, the Beyonce show. Yeah. So we went to this thing, it was early evening, so it wasn't one of these late night shows. It's at a restaurant, and the
bingo night.
Right, it was bingo night. The drag queen's name was Hedda, Hedda Lettuce. Hedda Lettuce. She had a whole green outfit on, and we played bingo. And it was a charity event also. And so it was fun. But this was fun.
Yeah,
this restaurant was packed.
It was
Some
kind
people,
of a
yes.
It was a comedy show, bingo activity, dinner. We had dinner there.
It was in a restaurant.
Nice
You could eat if you want.
And of course, everybody there was super into it. So it was a very super lively, fun
She was
crowd
singing and dancing, telling dirty jokes while we were playing bingo.
Yeah.
And what really made it even special is Enrique won one of the bingo games.
I won, yeah. So I won one of the bingo games. That was fun. Got some prizes.
Yeah, he had to go up. He got a picture with Head of Lettuce. He got got some little gift certificates for restaurants or a bar and stuff like that. So that was a really fun event also. And then you,
We spent the day on the beach. That was one other thing, just taking umbrellas out. I mean,
Right.
sorry, rented an umbrella, took the beach chairs that we had here from the
Yeah.
Airbnb. And so we've been doing a bunch of these different, touristy things, but at the same time, we're just leading our everyday lives. And so what we've done is made doctor appointments. I got a regular annual physical here where they drew blood and everything and did a full physical exam. Went to the dentist, got dentist cleaning. Dental cleaning and an appointment was only $45. And great experience. So then talked Carole into going. So then she went the
Got my
following
teeth
week
cleaned. Yeah.
for $45. Got a full teeth cleaning. I did have the dentist back in the U.S. had said, "Oh, we got a cavity that's starting to grow," and so the dentist here confirmed, "Yeah, you've got a cavity that's starting to grow." And so we got that taken care of. So the filling here was $50 for that. I think my the full physical exam was in the $50 range as well. And so then I even decided, I'm going to go see a dermatologist because that was hard to get appointments back in the States. And so did that as well. And same thing, I think it ran in the $50 range.
yeah,
as well.
and we're
So-
making appointments a couple days before.
great.
So you're not waiting months and months. I had my
No.
hair done. Also, the woman actually came here to our Airbnb. So that was nice. Didn't have to go to a salon and take a Uber or anything. So it's all been really good. We've got one more week here.
Yeah,
and
we're almost to the end.
then we'll be on to our next adventure, and we will let you know. We'll keep in touch at our next place.
Alrighty, thanks for watching. Take care. Have fun.
Goodbye.